everybody. Happy Monday. I know that traditionally people like really kind of poo-hoo about Mondays, but I love Mondays. I mean, who else? If you're watching this, let me know in the comments if you actually love Mondays. I love Mondays because I love new starts. I love new beginnings. I like the freshness, the possibility. And so that's what Monday represents to me, right? Whereas like Thursday or Friday, it might be more like, uh-oh, what, did I not get accomplished? And here we are at the end of the week. But for me, Mondays feel so great. They represent newness and freshness. As you can see, I'm still in my gym clothes. I just came back from the gym. Actually, I went to the gym after I had my appointments and all of that. And then in between the gym and picking up my daughter from school, because my husband is away for a couple of weeks, I had coaching calls and appointments with people in the car. So that's part of like being an entrepreneur, being an online coach, that sometimes you're working in the car, and that's just cool. That's part of it. So I'm coming at you today on Monday with a little manifesting minute. I'm here on top of my garage. This is my garage office that I'm so blessed to have. I don't know, I wonder if you can see this. No, you can't. I was going to turn it so that you could see. I have this amazing, beautiful view. I'm not on a laptop, I'm on a desktop, but I have this beautiful view of Mount Hood is kind of off in the background there, but beautiful mountains and trees. And I just feel so blessed to actually live where I live, because it was always a dream of mine. And I've learned and I've perfected the art of manifesting what I want, which is why I teach this now, because it's not just for me. And I learned over the years that it's not just for other people, where I thought for so long that so many things were for others, right? I don't know if you can relate, but I thought for so long, like, oh, careers and jobs where you're like really fulfilled and you're like really on purpose, that's really for other people. It's not for like hardworking blue collar family like mine. Or having a relationship where the husband is like totally like committed and responsible and is wealthy and is healthy emotionally, like that's for other people. Fit bodies, right? Like being healthy and fit and all that, that's for other people. Money, I don't know. I mean, that's been my experience, is the way that I grew up. And if you grew up in a certain similar belief system, let me know in the comments, or give me some likes, some hearts, so that I know that this resonates with you too. But for so long, that's what I believed. And that's why manifesting and understanding law of attraction and how we actually have so much responsibility for what we actually manifest, like learning that and studying quantum physics and mindset and manifesting for the past couple of decades now, that has completely changed my life. And that is why I now teach this. And that's why it's my purpose. So as I look out the window, I can't help but like just be stopped in my tracks by, wow, this is possible for me too. So for our manifesting minute today, I'm going to read from one of my favorite books. If you're a client of mine, you probably have this book because I've sent it to you. Or if you're a part of the GetSet Coaching Academy, if you're a part of the GetSet Coaching Academy, then you have another of my favorite books, which is going to be the textbook for our course, which starts on Wednesday, that I'm so like, I can't even tell you how excited I am. And that is Ask and It Is Given, which is my #1 favorite book on manifesting. So anyway, same authors. So for this manifesting minute, this book is called Manifest Your Desires. I also have this in a flip chart, a calendar flip chart. And I want to read you something from 140. So this is day 140 if you're looking at 365 days. And often what I do for Manifesting Minute is I will just kind of flip through the book, and what jumps out at me and that I feel the group is really feeling like they get to hear, I will share. Sometimes I have already something planned, but other times I'm feeling, you know what, I just want to let Source kind of bring me to it. And this is what Source brought me to share with you today. And here's the passage. When you know that you want something and you notice that you do not have it, you assume that there is something outside of yourself that is keeping it from you. But that is never true. The only thing that ever prevents you receiving something that you desire, the only thing that ever prevents you from receiving something that you desire is that your habit of thought is different from your desire. Your habit of thought is different from your desire. Does that make sense? I mean, when I read that, I was like, ah, yes. Like it reminded me of like my introduction to manifesting a mindset, right? Like when I think back on when I really got into all of this, you know, I was living in an environment that was so different than my environment now, and was so different than the environment and lifestyle that I desired. And when I got it back then, that if I wanted to create a different reality, if I wanted to have the thing that I desired, I needed to change the way that I thought about that desire. Because at that time, I was thinking that what I wanted was so far off and was for other people, right? I was thinking that it was a disconnect. And when I got that, if I wanted to actually experience like being healthy and fit, or being in an amazing relationship and being supported, or making great money and actually having a job that I loved, not being like the other adults, every single adult that I grew up around, you know, worked just for the paycheck, just to get by. They hated going to work. They hated Mondays. They did not love Mondays like I did, right? They never felt appreciated, or they never felt like they were using their gifts. And I knew that's not what I wanted, but like knowing what you want and seeing what you want and like knowing how to get there, that was like the disconnect for me. And maybe it is for you too right now. And if it is, please let me know, because I want to support you. And I believe that this message right now is for you. So listen really clearly to that message. The message is, if there's something that you desire, the only thing that's keeping you from it is your current habit of how you think is actually different from the thing that you want. Right now, your habit is aligned with what you don't want. Like your habit of thought right now is most likely predominantly on the very thing that you don't want. So for example, I think I'm going to use the example of my husband and the relationship that I now have with my husband and that I manifested. Growing up, I did not have examples of healthy, happy, thriving relationships, right? I mean, I had my grandparents, and I don't want to say that they didn't have a loving relationship. They did. But my mother was single. My mother was a teenage mom. I grew up in neighborhoods where it was mostly single parents, right? And so my grandparents were like 20 years apart. It was a different type of relationship. It was more originally a relationship of convenience. And it was a different type of relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So in the modern world, looking at relationships and healthy relationships, I didn't have that experience. And so I just repeated what was the reality around me. I continued to be in relationships that were broken, or where I was in a relationship with a man who, quote unquote, needed to be saved or needed to be taken care of or wasn't emotionally available, couldn't financially hold his own, right? I'm just using phrases that were really real to me at the time. I hope that resonates with you. And what I really realized at a certain point was when I thought about like really wanting to be in a relationship where I was fully supported emotionally and fully supported by a man who physically was healthy, didn't have addictions, wasn't in like breakdown, wasn't, violent, wasn't emotionally broken, came from a healthy family, was financially stable. Like when I thought about those thoughts, when they popped into my mind and I thought like, that's the kind of relationship that I want, like what happened is my habit of thinking was, that's not possible. Like that's like on TV, or that's like way far off, or I'm not the kind of woman that can actually be in that kind of relationship. I don't know how to be in that relationship. I only know how to be in broken relationships, right? I only know how to like be codependent. I only know how to like break each other down, right? Like I only know how to like be in a relationship with somebody who was also struggling financially. Like those were my habits of thoughts, right? Like I only know what I know right now, and that's reality. When I made the connection with, wow, what I'm focusing on and my habit of thinking is so different than what I'm saying I want, right? It's like what she said right here. It's like the only thing that ever prevents you receiving something that you desire, that you want, is that your habit of thought is different than the desire. How can I expect to manifest this man and this vision that I have of a partner if my thinking is not around the thoughts of like, wow, what it feels like to have this, and to believe that it's possible, and to believe that I deserve it, and to even put myself in the experience and the feeling place of, this is what it feels like to be in a healthy relationship. This is what it feels like to be supported by someone emotionally. This is what it feels like to have somebody carry their own financially. This is what it feels like to have somebody who comes with like all these like healthy examples in his own life. Like I didn't allow myself that habit of thinking. Like the thought would come and then my habit of thinking would go back to, well, this is reality. Does this happen in your own life around relationships? Does this happen in your own life around money? Does this happen in your own life around what you believe is possible in your health and in your fitness? Does this happen in your own life around your career, your job? Are you one of those people that I referred to, like in my upbringing and in my communities? So many of us just experience the fact that you work to just get by, right? And that it's a struggle. And that you just be lucky you've got a job. Don't expect to actually like it, right? Or to make great money, or to make your own hours, or to actually make a lot of money. Like to so many of us, if you were like me, that wasn't even a reality. So what was reality is what we spent our time focusing on. And that is the habit of thought that you create. And whatever you focus on, you feel. And whatever you feel, you manifest. So my invitation to you is, if there's something that you're experiencing in your life, like I was at that moment where I was in relationship after relationship that just was not hitting the mark, right? It's not what I desired for myself. But I knew that had to start with me. I knew it wasn't an outside thing. I knew it wasn't his fault, right? Because I was attracting what I was putting out. So I knew in that moment when I actually got it. So if this is your moment and you're getting it, what you get to get is that the change has to happen here first. It has to happen here first. Affirmations and faking it till you make it, that's not the answer. Because you've actually got to feel and practice what you want to experience before you can actually get on that same wavelength of attracting it to you. And how do you do that? You've got to start practicing it. You've got to start developing a habit of thought that is aligned with the desire, with the thing that you want. So my invitation to you is, if there is something that you don't like in your life or no longer want, don't focus on the fact that you don't want it. Don't focus on the reality of it. You've got to become a visionary. You get to focus on what it is that you want to create. So as I wrap this manifesting minute up, it's gone longer. This is more like my weekly live, but that's okay. I just felt so inspired to talk about this today. What I want to leave you with is this. Like, as I think about like the fact that on Wednesday, I'm starting the GetSet Coaching Academy, I think about the beautiful, amazing souls. And if you're on here now, I can't see my Facebook live right now because I'm doing this through Zoom. But I know that there's some of you in this group who are coming into the GetSet Coaching Academy because you want to master your mindset. You want to master manifesting. You want to come out with the confidence, the clarity, and the mindset to not just be a master coach, because not all of you who are coming to the program are coaches or want to be coaches. You just want to master this in your life because you know it's going to help you crush it in your personal life, in your careers, in manifesting money, in creating the life that you want, in being a leader in your community, in your life, whatever that is. Like, when I think about each and every one of you, here's what I get to share with love, is that I've had a conversation with each of you, and none of you right now are experiencing the life that you want forever. Like, there's something you want to change. And I just want to commend you for that. Because so many times people are waiting to take action when they've got it all figured out. And those of you who have signed up are like, I don't have it figured out. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know, I don't know how this is going to play out, but I know that I want to create a different reality. And if I want to create a different reality, I got to learn how to think differently, how to show up differently. And you're taking action. And that is so beautiful to me, because that's been my journey too. And so the truth is, the success in your relationships, in your career, in your physical fitness. I'm training to turn pro. I'm competing in 5 weeks for the first time in 3.5 years, because I get to have this big breakthrough in terms of how I set my goals, right? I talk a lot about 10xing your goals. So the truth is, success in all these things, and I've created success after success, transformation after transformation. It's not about more hard work. So many of you are already working hard. That was my thing. I thought I just had to work harder, push harder, put my nose down, do it all on my own. I don't need help. I've got what it takes. You can only do that for so long. The truth is, it's not about more hard work. It really isn't. It's also not about more strategies around marketing and business for those of you who want to excel and make more money or have a better career. Those things, yes, are part of it, but they will only work when you have this, when you have the right mindset, when you have the right manifesting skills behind the way that you think. And so that's what I do. That's what I do. And that's what the GetSet Coaching Academy is about. It's about teaching you how to master mindset, teaching you how to master manifesting so you can actually lead by example. This is why I attract clients. This is why people sign up with me. They're not signing up for my programs and my, like, yeah, my programs and what I offer are amazing, but that's not what they're signing up for. They're signing up for me because they're seeing that I lead by example, that I'm walking my walk, right? Or my talk. And that's what I teach. I teach you how to really embody this in your own life so that you're just leading by example and people want to work with you. People want to hire you, right? Because you now know how to create transformational results in your life. You can set big goals and always achieve them. I'm almost sometimes like, oh my God, here I go setting a big goal. Like, I'm like, whoa, because I know that I'm going to hit it. I now know how to do it. I'm not afraid, but I'm like, whoa, oh my God, I can't believe I'm setting this goal. I now have the mindset and manifesting skills to make it happen. So it's like, uh-oh, here we go. Like, put your seatbelt on, you know? I mean, wouldn't you want to experience that? Like being able to set big goals and know that you're going to hit them. I mean, I feel like so tremendously like powerful and unlimited because of that. I truly feel connected to God in the universe. So I just share with you as we're wrapping up, if you've been feeling called to be a coach, to be a bigger leader in your family, in your community, then there's space for you in the GetSet Academy. We start on Monday. There's time to get in. We've sent out the welcome gifts and the books and the cards, and we've had calls with everybody. And that is still available to you too, if you're a good fit for the program. It's for 9 months. And if you're interested, just send me like a private message or email me. Just email me directly. I'm going to pop it in if I can get into Facebook right now. I'm going to see if I can pop it in and just put it in the thread here. And if not, as soon as we hang up, I will pop it in the thread. So anyway, I just want to say to you, whatever it is that you want in your life, it doesn't matter where you are now, or what you have or have not done in the past. Oh, good. I just got on here. Whatever you want truly can be yours. I mean, I am a living example of, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be in your life, it's up to you. And I'd love to support you with that. And so would my team, Emma, my assistant coach, and the rest of us who are going to be in the GetSet Coaching Academy. And if you are someone who has signed up and is coming into the Academy, please share in the comments what you're excited about, so that other people who are thinking about this can actually see other people who are coming into it. Because here's the truth, like, we all get to do this together. That's what this is about. Like, nothing big can be accomplished on your own. So once I stopped hiding and like reached out and built up my community and like got myself around like-minded people, that's when my life really started to open up. And so that's my invitation for you. So happy Monday, and make it something memorable. What do you get to create today before the end of the day that you can be really proud of? For me, it's I'm logging off and I'm spending the rest of the night just snuggled up with my puppy and my daughter, and just really proud of the fact that I came on here and shared from the heart vulnerably with you in the group, with the intention that it connects and supports you in the next step in your life. So have a great Monday, everyone. Lots of love from me to you. Bye.